Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kelly. I am the maker for Happy Dandelion Creations. I make plushies and a few other crafts. Today I have a yarn haul. With Joann's closing and Big Posh, Big Twist Posh is so up in the air. I wanted to start trying other yarns, and I've never been a huge fan of Premiere, just the way it falls apart, but I seen other videos and heard lots of things saying it's better. So I did kind of a small yarn haul just to kind of see it. So I'm gonna show you what we got, and then I gotta go make room for all this yarn because after my big events, my yarn closet is a disaster. So I'm gonna try. Don't have this organized. It came in a poly mailer with a big hole in it, so that's not a great sign. So it's not organized. Because there was a hole, I did open it, and so it's not like an unboxing. I wanted to make sure everything was in there and something didn't fall out. So I'll start with, I got a couple of colors of the Parfait Chunky. This one is Ballet Pink, and then Bubblegum, and then I gotta find the colors. Ruby, it's a little darker. Then that Lilac. And then I wanted to try, because I get a lot of blanket yarn from Joann's, so I heard that the Premier Basics was similar, but it's a lot smaller. But I'm going into it with an open mind. Let's see. White. I got looking for the color. Like, I don't know what color this is. I got two of those just because you can never have enough of the basic colors. Seafoam and beach. I don't know what I'm making out of these things. Sage. Let me try a bunch of colors. Oh, I missed one. This is toffee in the Parfait Chunky. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore what I ordered. So, and then, so I use cotton yarn for a lot of my little characters. So I wanted to just try their cotton yarn. Why not? So I tried this one. It's called Afternoon Cotton, but it's a 3-weight, and it's thin. So I'm not sure. But it's cocoa. And then, so there's worsted weight cotton sprout, which I like this. It actually looks like the stuff that I use normally. I get my stuff from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know. I'm trying other things. So this one is bark. The downside to the cotton sprout line is I didn't see, it wasn't like a brown, and that's kind of a downside for me. This is cranberry, and then red, and hunter green, cream. I don't Why I'm looking at these colors, like, I don't know what they are. Ultramarine. That's why I look at these colors, like, just so you know, ultramarine. But this to me says royal blue. Oh, I did that one already. And then, so then they have this one. And this says it's technically a DK weight, but if you look, I'm gonna unravel everything for you. Let me there it's a bigger DK weight, so it's almost worsted weight. So I thought, well, let me try that. See how I like it. See how that goes. And then we'll go inside. We'll try and tame my yarn closet. I have a little closet. And we'll see how that goes. Okay guys, slight change of plans. So I had started to make things with my Premier yarn that I had bought, the basics, and I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit, but then so it's been a little while, so and Michael's announced that they took over the Big Twist, and when my Michael's, which is very small, like one yarn aisle, one maybe, they had some in stock. So when I immediately ran to the store and they had some, but it was out like in a little bin outside of the yarn aisle, so like special. So I grabbed some. I don't think I got all the colors that they provide at the moment, but it was mostly just, is it the same as Posh? Did they just put their label on it? Because they have labeled it Loops and Thread Posh Pearl. It looks the same. I don't have any of the old Posh, the Big Twist Posh with me to test it. It feels on the stiffer side, but I'm going to have an open mind. Like I said, I am enjoying the Premier Basics more than I thought I would. It is so soft and buttery. But I wanted to show you the colors that I did get, and then I'll come back and show you all the things I made with all the things and give you an honest review of it. Because I loved Posh. So this one is Blush and Lemon. Vanilla. So they kind of kept with the food theme, it looks like, which is nice. Mint. Lilac. Blue. They didn't have any. I'm gonna assume this is just white. Yeah, it looks the same. It feels, like I said, on the stiffer side, what Posh had. So they'd come out with a new round of it, and it wasn't quite the same, and it feels like that, which I never really had a problem with it, but we all know we like the softer stuff better. That's why we started buying it. So they also did their version of Baby Bear, which is Cozy Cub. So I got a few colors of that too. Let me find light blue. And then olive. So Baby Bear always did like the muted colors. So they said this is red, but it's very like terracotta. And then I got one more medium blue, that seems. So I'll show you. There it is. So they've labeled this medium blue. this regular blue and light blue. I don't know what that means. It's okay. So I'm gonna go crochet some stuff and then I'll be back and show you what I made. Hey guys, so I'm back actually a few weeks later, and I made some things with all my parfait and my basics and the new Michaels yarn, and so I'm gonna show you what I made and kind of how I feel about it. So I'm gonna start with the basics because that ended up being my favorite. I loved that more than I cared to admit because I used to not be a premier crafter. I tried it previously and it just shedded and fell apart and I couldn't make a magic ring out of it and it was a disaster and I hated every second of it. But with Posh and Joanne's kind of leaving, I was like, well, let's give it another try because I don't really have another choice. I got to find something to make my fluffy stuff. So, Premier Basics. I've seen a lot of people what I use the blanket yarn from. Joanne's was where I got my blanket yarn. So the Premier Basics, I made some of the things that I make in the blanket yarn. So I made my booty frog. And I mean, in general, I think it looks about the same, like the size wise. So I made one of my pickles. It's a little smaller. I think it might be a little smaller, but the quality of it is still really good. And you could still see the little booty. I really like how my pickle came out. Then I made a loaf cat. And this is a kitten. Let me rephrase that. It's a kitten. I really like how this one came out. Like I said, I didn't compare it size-wise. I was kind of just, I like the way it felt. I like the way it feels. And it was really smooth to work with. I didn't have a problem with the magic ring at all. When you pull it out, it's really thin to start out with, but as you're working with it, as you can see, it makes it really fluffy, and I really liked it. So, and then I made a snuggler from Mama Made Minis. I've made a Yeti, one of their Yeti monsters before, and I don't remember how big it turned out. I feel like I used like the Joanne's plush yarn, and it turned out really big, but if you remember, the Joanne's plush was plushier than all the rest of the yarn. So, but I really like how he turned out. It's really soft. It's really soft and cuddly. Perfect for a little one with little hands. I actually enjoyed working with the Premier. Unless they change their formula again, I might stick with it because, so I'm going to, let's do, I made some axolotls. This is the Premier Parfait Chunky. And I did bring out so this is one I made in Posh. And like the size is pretty close. I didn't have trouble with the magic ring on this one. I didn't have trouble with color changes. I didn't have trouble like pulling it. The only shedding was after I cut it and like pull. I mean, you're basically. So I really liked this. It's like I really liked, and then I made a little snail, and I made a turtle, one of the tofu turtles, which I really like. Which I've got that in Posh too, so you can see it's pretty much the same, and I really liked it. I didn't get bright colors. I was kind of just tossing random colors in when I was picking the colors. I made Leafeon, which I really like how he came out, because Posh never had like this yellowish cream, and I was always kind of searching for that. And then, so also from Premier, I tried out their cotton yarn just because I use a lot of cotton yarn. So I made a Imkin. It was okay. It felt like the normal cotton yarn, but the cotton yarn I get is easily accessible, and it has brown, and Premier doesn't have this cotton and a brown, which was a real disappointment for me. So now I made axolotls in the new Michaels Posh. And so if you remember like the first round of Posh, it was buttery and it was lovely and it was great to work with. And then the second round came out and it was like, you're not so great. I pulled out, oh, here it is. This is very disappointing, and I was very upset because making these was harder than it should be, just because the magic ring was hard. And it didn't want to do the magic ring. I kept breaking. I kept finding like pieces like this. And so that came from making this guy, which he's adorable and I love him. Let me see size comparison. But it's not great yarn to work with, if I'm being honest. And it's really disappointing. I knew I'd have to order all my stuff online because my Michaels doesn't have all of that. So, but then I made a banana, and so this is leftover from my Posh, the white, and so I wanted to like together, see how they were together, and the yellow came out okay, and I ended up having to use a few rows of the white, and like you can't really tell that there's any difference. So the white and the yellow were okay. I didn't have any troubles with the white and the yellow that I got. The only one I had troubles with was this one, and that was very sad for me. Also, this was their baby bear, which was really good. I really enjoy the baby bear, and I'll probably go back and get some more of the muted colors because I like that a lot. But this feels unacceptable because that's unusable, really, in my opinion. For somebody like this is the business, and I can't be paying money for yarn I can't use, right? So, that's how I feel about that. I think the basics was my favorite. I definitely think I'm gonna go order a bunch more. Because my blanket yarn is running low and I don't have anywhere else to buy blanket yarn except Amazon. And so if I can replace it with this, that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, that's how that feels. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I feel like I never know what to say. I'm still learning on like a script or whatever to say. We're just winging it. I'm in my RV filming these videos. I don't have a fancy office. That's okay. I don't have a fancy yarn wall to film in front of. I have a closet. And it's always a disaster. But that's okay. I love making these little things, and I enjoyed testing out the different yarns, and I was surprised. So, we're going to be getting ready for market soon. So if you like market videos, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.